We had a long weekend
Mm-hmm.
because of the holidays until yesterday. So today is just starting the week.
Okay. Um, all right. So been on holiday, and then
Yeah,
yesterday, I guess can't really call it ironing holiday. So
yeah, yeah. But I enjoy the Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. I can complain.
okay, that's good. Um, okay. And hmm, yeah. Uh, Heidi, what'd you do all day today? What'd you do today?
Um,
Oh,
Today,
sorry. Let's go on to Heidi. We'll go back to you in a second, ma'am.
yeah.
Yesterday it was very cold and it was raining all until the noon. And after that, it shifts, but still overcast. So it was very cold. But instead today, it was very bright and not hot, warm. Very,
Nice.
very good.
Okay, good. Um, all right. And yeah, Amp, so plans today?
Just classes.
Just classes, yeah. What's the weather like?
It's okay. It's fresh yet.
Okay, okay.
It's still
Um,
fresh. Yeah.
good. Okay, and so I think, I mean, it's all of us for now. So let's get started with today's class. Amp, can you read the title and the next lines?
Garage sales. Today we will learn about garage sales. Practice using different verb tenses, read comics, and practice role plays.
Yeah. Verb.
Verb.
Yeah. Make sure you get the B sound at the end.
Yeah.
Um,
It's
yeah.
difficult. Verb.
Good. Verb tenses.
Verb tenses.
Good. Nice job. Okay. And Amp, can you have ask Heidi the first question?
Heidi, what is a garage sale?
Garage sale. People accumulate some needless things. Then they hold a garage sale in their garage or yard. They put some advertisement papers on the street, so they invite the neighbors and even passerby can look at that things. You can negotiate.
Nice. Okay. Um, People accumulate some needless things. Um, they hold, I think, an article.
Uh,
Yeah, they hold a garage sale in their garage, or yard. Okay, good. And it looks like we've got some new students. Andre, welcome to class. Andre, how's it going?
Hello, it's going very well.
Okay, nice. Good to hear it. Andre, I'm not sure if I've had you in class before. Have I had you in class?
Yes, but it was quite a long time ago.
Okay. Uh, and nice. Yeah, how have you been?
I've been fine. The winter
Okay.
is coming, and I am back to learning English. Yeah.
Okay, nice. So winter is English learning time. Good. Well, I'm glad to have you back. Um, okay. And we've also got Javier. Javier, how's it going?
I'm well, Joshua. Thanks for asking. How you doing?
Doing well, thanks. Yeah. And Ken, how's it going with you?
Yes, I'm fine. How are you?
Doing well, thanks. Um, and Jose, how's it going?
Hello, Joshua. I'm doing very well. Thanks for asking. And you?
Nice. I'm doing all right, thanks. Um, and Heidi, can you ask Javier the second question?
sorry.
Don't be
My
sorry.
computer stacked. I'm so sorry. Oh,
No worries.
Javier, Do you have a garage sale in your country?
Oh, Heidi, in my country is not very common, but some people do garage sales.
Okay. Mhm. We would use a different verb.
Make?
Not make.
What else?
Starts with an H.
H. Some people have.
Good. Yeah, some
Okay.
people have garage sales.
Okay.
Do
Garage sale.
garage sales. Yeah, have would sound the best. It's not very common, but some people have garage sales. All right,
Okay.
good. And Javier, can you ask Jose the next question?
Yes. Jose, do you like to negotiate lower prices?
I don't like to negotiate the lower prices. I don't like haggling so much. I prefer to pay the price of the product without haggling.
Okay, good. I don't like to negotiate lower prices. Don't like haggling. Good. Good grammar. That sounds good. Um, maybe Ken, what about you? Do you like to haggle?
Usually I don't negotiate the price, but sometimes I do. Because most of the stuff is a kind of a, how can I say, stiff price here. But sometimes I found a good LED lamp in the electric appliance shop, and it had already been displayed. So I asked the discount for that.
Nice. That had already been played. So I asked preposition.
I asked ask to the staff to discount.
Mm, that's a little bit roundabout.
Ask
It's not.
mhm,
It starts with an F.
if ask for a discount.
Huh? Yeah, I asked for a discount for it.
Okay.
But I didn't hear what kind of price they were. Most things are.
Fixed price.
Uh-huh. Okay. Okay. Most things are fixed price. Most things have a fixed price. Might be better, but this is good. Nice. Okay. um, and does anybody have any questions here? Okay. And let's have Amp. Can you read through the words?
Haggle, bargain, cheap, junk, browse, accumulate, antique, yard sale, driveway.
Nice. Good job. That sounded great. Maybe accumulate. Accumulate.
Accumulate,
It's more of accumulate. Accumulate.
accumulate.
Nice. There you go. That sounded better. Good. And does anybody have any questions about any of these words?
Yes, Joshua. I would like to know what does haggles mean?
Okay. And who knows? Haggle. Any
Ask
ideas?
discount or negotiate the price.
Yeah. Negotiate a price. Yeah, so it's when you know, discuss back and forth with the person who's selling something to get a lower price, is what haggling is. Any other questions? Okay, maybe Amp, can you make a sentence with browse and junk and bargain?
This morning, my dad was browsing on the internet trying to find a good bargain in order to find some useful junk.
Okay. Maybe just a good bargain on some useful junk?
Mhm.
Okay. Useful junk is maybe a little bit. I mean, this is really good. We would say this. Yeah. So just for everybody else, be aware that junk is often a bad thing. Sometimes you can use it in like a more ambivalent way, like this. This is good. Really good sentence. Okay, let's go on to the next page. And Andre, what about the first one? Can you try to conjugate the verb and fill in the blank?
Okay. We've had this junk for years.
So we need to use one of these words in the blank spot. So in the blanks, we use the words.
We
And
were accumulating this junk for years. We should have a yard sale to get rid of it.
nice. Okay. We were accumulating this junk for
Have been
years.
accumulating.
Yeah, have been would be better. Good. Okay, perfect. Really nicely done. And Heidi, what about the next one?
This clock is a real antique. If it were in a store, I would pay hundreds.
Good. Or in a store, I would pay hundreds. Okay. And Javier, what about the next one?
If you have a short sale, you need to you need to haggle with a lot of strangers.
Good. Conjugate to need.
You will need.
Yeah. Good. Okay. Yeah. Perfect. Can you read the whole sentence?
If you have a yard sale, you will need to haggle with lots of strangers.
Good. Okay. Nice. And Jose, what about the next one?
Okay, let's get out of here. Everything I have seen here is antique. No?
There's a better word.
Is cheap? No?
Not cheap.
Yes. Driveway? Yard sale?
Mm-mm.
No?
So so let's get out of here. Everything I've seen here is like we want something that means like really bad quality.
Of really bad quality. Junk?
It's junk, yeah.
Yes.
Junk. It's like garbage, stuff to throw away. Can you read the whole sentence?
Yes. Let's get out of here. Everything I have seen here is junk.
Good. Okay. Does that make sense, Jose?
Yes, I have seen the word junk in the first sentence. I think I can not use in this sentence.
Ah, okay. So junk was, it
Yeah,
wasn't actually filled in.
yeah.
So yeah, we had accumulating and yard sale, which were the words that we filled in.
Okay.
Actually, yeah. No, good point though. I didn't even really notice that. Um, Yasser, welcome to class. Yasser, how are you?
Fine, teacher. How are you? Fine.
Nice. Okay, good to hear. Okay, and Yasser, I have had you in class before, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, it's been a while.
Mhm.
I haven't seen you for a little while. Yeah, welcome back. Good to have you again.
Thank you.
All right, Ken, can you try the last one?
Okay, I bought these cheap roller skates at a garage sale last week, and they had already been broken.
You said they had already been broken.
But already should be the last. Sorry, had been broken already.
Because they're broken now, we need it in the present.
Have been
Present
broken.
perfect. Yeah, have been broken. This is passive too. So it's the passive voice. How would we make it active?
Have broken.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they've broken already.
Have
And
broken.
it just sounds a little bit smoother. If you don't need to make something in the passive voice, it's better to avoid it. But nice, it was good. Okay, does anybody have any questions here? Okay.
Thank you.
And maybe that's gone. Let's skip that for now. Let's read through these idioms and let's have Amp. Can you read through the idioms?
Pip off, to shop around, sweeten the deal, take it or leave it.
Good. And do you know any of these?
None? No, I don't know.
Okay. Any guesses for any of them?
Maybe the last one,
Mm-hmm.
take it or leave it. If you don't like something, you have the option that you can just, if you like it, you can take it. If you don't, you can leave it.
Okay, good. This is really well done. It's exactly what it means. When would somebody say it? When would somebody say that? Maybe who would say it and when? Yeah? Any, Amp, any ideas? Okay. What about you, Andre?
Maybe the seller, when you are haggling with a price,
Uh-huh.
and
Yeah,
you are
exactly.
offering a lower price and said, no, that is the price, take it or leave it.
Yeah. Yep, exactly. Nope, that's the price. Take it or leave it. Exactly. Really good job. Um, okay. Andre, what about another one of these? Do you know any of the others?
I know ripoff. It's,
Rip off.
yes, it is. It is like when you see something and the price is very high, but you don't think that a thing worth it. So you say like, this is a ripoff.
Hmm. Yeah, this is a rip off. Exactly, that was perfect. This is a rip off. Okay, good. And Heidi, what about one of the last two?
Sweeten the deal. if you buy this couch, I will give you these cushions as a sweetened deal.
Ooh, really close. As a sweeten,
As a sweeten.
we would just use, well,
For?
we'd use the infinitive.
No, for.
Just, so the infinitive of sweeten. So it'd be too sweeten.
Too sweet.
Okay, yeah. And can you read that whole sentence one more time?
If you buy this couch, I will give you these cushions to sweeten the deal.
Perfect. Really good job. Good grammar too. Good pronunciation. Javier, what about the last one?
To shop around, I think it's like a shopping spree, to go out and to find something to buy.
A shopping spree is different. To go out, find something. Yeah, so it's like to shop around is, to look at different items, compare prices, find what you like. I think that's good if you're going out and finding something to buy. I think it's important. That's a big thing. Looking at different items is a big thing too. So you're not just like looking at one thing, you're shopping around.
Joshua, could you explain me what does shopping spree means? What the difference between it and shop around?
Yeah, I was right about to get in there. Jose, do you know what a shopping spree is?
Shopping. Sí. Shopping spree. Shopping spree. I don't remember, Joshua.
Okay. Maybe Yasser, do you have any idea what a shopping spree is?
Sorry, teacher, I don't have idea.
Okay. Anybody else? Does anybody have?
Like a shopaholic.
Okay, a shopaholic could go on a shopping spree. Okay. Maybe a little bit more specific.
A person wants to buy a lot of things.
Okay, so yeah, maybe we can say
it's not necessary so much.
Yeah. So when a person buys a lot of items, it would be a shopping spree. If you go out and you buy like thousands and thousands of dollars worth of things, just different things, it's a shopping spree. Like a spree is kind of like when you go crazy. It's like, yeah, when you go crazy with shopping would be more or less what it is. Yeah. And any other questions here? Okay. And let's go. Let's try to make a little story. Jose, can you read the title and the next line?
Okay, make up a story about something shopping at a yard sale. Once upon a time.
And how would you continue?
A person who hasn't so much money.
Hasn't so much money.
Who hadn't so much money.
We would use the verb to do.
Who?
And then the infinitive of to have.
Who to do? Who to do to have so much money?
So with to do, we need to conjugate it. So probably past tense, and we need to
Who
negate it.
didn't have so much money?
Yeah, you could say that. Who didn't have so much money? Hmm.
I was a person who didn't have so much money was looking for some products around the garage.
Around the garage.
Around the garage.
Okay, so around his garage. Are you talking about him at another garage sale or him in his own garage? His own garage?
No,
Or
this person is visiting different garage.
garage sale.
Garage, garage sale.
Okay, so because a garage is just a place where you put your car.
Okay. Around the garage sale. Okay.
Okay.
Around the garage sales.
And we would say
a garage sale.
because it's not really specific. It's not like the garage sale
Okay.
that we all know about. It's just a garage sale.
Okay.
Okay. Good. Can I say I didn't have enough? Yeah, that would sound good. Yasser,
Yes,
how would you
teacher.
continue?
Teacher, my language that not strong that for English,
Okay.
but I continue.
We could say my English isn't very strong.
My English isn't very strong.
Okay. I've got a question for you. Yasser,
Yeah,
what is a garage sale? What's a garage sale?
I, I get like that's maybe that's when you fixing the cars
It
or
is not
it's
quite.
when you fixing the cars or stop that the car same parking.
Mm-mm. So a garage sale is a little bit different. Can you read this?
Yes, people people com, cumulate some in this the things than then they headed a garage sell in their gr, grow or red
In their garage. Can you repeat garage?
the garage
Garage.
garage the
Yeah.
garage
Garage.
garage
Or
uh,
yard.
or read your day, but some uh, pe- pe- papers on the street to uh, invite. Continue,
Invite.
teacher.
Yeah.
Revey negata
Neighbors.
neighbors and bis 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 rapes bis
Passers-by.
be- basis is
Passers-by.
rise to look at those things
Mm-hmm.
when you sell things you don't need in your two strengths
Strangers.
string
Strangers.
strangers strangers
Strangers.
strangers
Good.
strangers.
Good. Okay, so
Yeah.
that's a yard sale when you're selling things that you don't need to people you don't know. Um, Amp, how would you continue our little story?
But when he arrived there, he thought that maybe he can do something similar with a lot of old stuff that he had at home.
A lot of old stuff we had at home. Good. Okay. Yeah, that looks solid. Okay. And Andre, how would you continue the story?
So he returned to home and started collecting some needless things to sell.
Okay. We used needless earlier too.
Useless.
Useless would probably be better. Yeah. Um, yeah. Sorry about that. I probably should have caught that a little bit earlier. Needless isn't bad. Useless just sounds a lot better. Heidi, how would you continue?
But unfortunately, he is living in an apartment. He doesn't have any garage. So he brought the things and returned to the house. He asked to rent him. He asked for some space to sell his stuff.
Okay. He is living in an apartment. We would want to say lived because we're just narration.
Apartment? Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because we're narrating a story, this person, he didn't have money. He lived in an apartment.
Okay.
He
didn't
have any. I would use an article instead.
A garage?
Yeah, he didn't have a garage. Brought the things, returned to the house. He asked for some space to sell his stuff. Good. Javier, how would you continue? Javier?
Well, she got the space, and his first garage sales began. Began.
Okay. Let's see. All right. Jose, anything else to add?
No.
What about what if he makes a big sale? What if he sells something for an unexpected amount of money? Okay, maybe not. No, I think we're good. Does anybody have anything to add they want to add here?
He was surprised at how much money he got at the end of the day.
But the owner of the garage asked him $200.
Asked him. We need a preposition. What preposition? Yeah, for $200. Okay.
He lost all money.
Oh no. and he was poor, and now he didn't have anything in his apartment. It's a sad story. All right, let's go on. Let's do this. And I think we're with Javier. Can you ask Jose the first question?
Jose, what are some reasons that people have garage sales?
The main reasons because the people have garage sales is because they want to get right some stuff from their homes because they don't need this stuff for living.
I don't need this stuff. Instead of saying for living, just the infinitive.
To live.
Good. People have garage sales is because they want to. Oh, can you repeat? Get rid of some stuff. Jose?
Yes.
Can you repeat? Get rid. Get rid.
Get rid. Okay.
Nice. Yeah, that is the main reason, I guess. Maybe. Jasser, do you like to sell things, Jasser? Jasser? Okay, there he goes. And Jose, can you ask Amp the next question?
Amp, have you ever had a garage sale? What's it like? If not, will you ever have one?
No, in my country it's not something usual, and I don't think so that I am going to sell something. I am not a good seller, so it's pretty difficult to establish the prices also. I don't know. No, I don't have a garage also. It's then
Okay.
I am going to have the same problem that the guy in the story.
Okay. I guess you could always use a yard, or like any space near your house, near the road. It's not bad. And okay, but good. It's not something usual. Can you think of another way to say that?
Something common. Oh, this is unusual here.
Okay, yeah, that would probably be the best. It is unusual here. Or I would say, like you said earlier, it's not very common. Instead of saying it's not something common, it's not very common.
Okay, thank you.
I don't think so. And then this part as well. I don't think so that I'm going to sell something. Maybe can you think of a way that you'd rearrange that?
I don't think so that I would. I would sell.
The so is kind of the really annoying thing here. I don't think that I'm going to sell something. I don't think that I would sell something. You can say, I don't think so. I don't think I would sell anything. So, but you can't use so and then like continue the sentence. Good.
It's better.
Yeah. Okay. And I think we're all set here. Does anybody have any questions? Okay. And I think we've got a role play here. Let's maybe Andre, instead of an old clock, what do you want to buy, Andre?
I want a car. for example.
Okay, I want to buy a car. What kind of car?
Something big, maybe a truck or crossover.
A truck?
Crossover.
Okay, SUV?
SUV.
So that would be like an SUV. You're gonna laugh at my drawing. So it's not like a truck, it's more
Yes. Like
kind
a
of,
car on which I can go to forest or to a mountain.
yeah, that would be an SUV. For how much money?
Uh, the middle price, I think.
Let's put a price down so we can haggle. What's the amount of money that you'd want to spend?
$5,000.
Okay, so buy an SUV for $5,000. And SUV owner, Andre, how much does the SUV owner want to sell his SUV for?
For 6,000.
Okay, so he wants to sell his SUV for, maybe let's go for like 8,000, something around there. So just so it's a little bit more of a difference. Heidi, how would you start out as the buyer?
Garage sale.
It's a big garage sale. I don't know.
I couldn't find any good thing in your garage, but I found the car. It's very nice. How much do you want to get
It's very
for the
nice.
car?
How much do you want to get for your car? But and car's very nice. How much do you want? I would remove to get. How much do you want for your car?
Mm-hmm.
I think that sounds better.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, nicely done. Javier, how would you respond?
Well, I'm asking 8,000 for the car, but I'm willing to haggle. Yes, I'm willing to haggle.
Okay. All right, good. And Jose,
Yes.
how would you respond?
I don't like so much haggling. What is your best offer?
Straight to the point. I don't like so much.
Yes, I don't like haggling. Without so much?
Where could we put so much?
I don't like haggling. I
And
don't like.
so if we're gonna keep so much, where would we put it in the sentence?
I don't like so much. I don't like so much to haggle.
Mm-mm.
No?
So when we say I don't like so much, I don't like so much broccoli on my plate. That's too much broccoli. Which is not true because there's no such thing as too much broccoli.
Okay.
But if we say I don't like broccoli so much.
I don't like haggling so much.
Yeah.
Okay, it's clear.
So if you use it before, it's like I don't like so
Yeah.
much haggling. I prefer it if we haggled less.
Okay,
It just
okay.
it sounds weird.
Okay, sounds
But
weird, strange.
yeah, I mean, so you're talking about a quantity of something rather than like your general opinion of something. So I don't like broccoli so much. It's like maybe you just don't like broccoli, but if you don't like so much broccoli, it's like you like broccoli, but there is too much of it. Um, yeah. And okay, Amp, how would you respond as the owner?
Well, this is a nice car with just one owner, so 7900 it's good.
Okay. Um, and Andre, how would you respond?
Uh, so okay, I think it is a fair price. I will
Oh,
go
come
for
on,
it.
you want to buy it for 5,000? Give him a little bit of a haggle. Let's haggle a little bit.
Okay. I think it is too much for your car because it is quite old. Uh, maybe you can get your price down a bit.
Okay, maybe you can get your price down. That actually, yeah, that sounds good. Maybe you can get your price down. Okay, yeah, that'll work. Good. And Heidi, how would you respond?
No, you are wrong. It's quite new. I bought it only 3 years ago. Today it's dirty because yesterday I ran inside of the mountain.
Because yesterday
I ran
I
in the
ran.
mountain. In the mountain.
Okay. You're saying I ran in the mountain. What I understand is like you physically were running in the mountain.
In the heavy rain.
Okay. So you didn't drive your car, you were actually running.
With a car, sure.
Okay. Okay. So maybe
I
today's dirty
drove.
because I was driving.
I was driving. I drove. I drive.
Yeah, I was driving in the mountains.
In the heavy rain.
Okay. Good. And Javier, how would you respond?
Well, the dairy is not a big deal. Can we have a dry test? That way I
Can
can have a dry test.
yeah, I have a,
A dry
it's not a drive test.
um,
The same words in a different order.
a test drive.
Yeah. Can I have a test drive?
I can see it's worth it.
So I can see if it's worth it. Okay, good. And Jose, how would you respond?
Yes, of course, it's not a problem. You can have a test drive.
Okay. And then so there is a test drive. And now back to AMP. How would you respond?
Uh, well, I think 5000 is okay because your brakes are not working very well.
Good. And Andre?
I think 5,000 is very low for my car. I can sweeten the deal by fixing the brakes.
Nice. Okay, good job with sweeten the deal. Heidi, how would you respond?
When I look at that car, well, Volkswagen, it has
It's
a
a
emission gas problem. You should discard more.
you should discount. Maybe instead of saying, but when I look at the car, you know what I just noticed? You know what I just noticed? Or I just noticed it's a Volkswagen. Okay. Yeah. And good. Javier, how'd you respond?
Uh, well, I can get fixed the brakes and the emissions, and I think you are in your lucky day. I can give you a discount to and asking 7,000.
Yeah. And ask
Leave
for
it.
7,000, maybe?
Take it or leave it. That's my final offer.
Nice. Leave it. That's final offer. Good. And Jose, how would you respond?
They have an emission provided discount buyer. I can discount. I could discount $200. Is it?
You're the buyer.
Okay, the buyer. Sorry. When I calculate the emission, you can look can do a discount and ask for some. Take or leave. Yes, I think it could be a good offer. Let me to think about it, and next week I'll give you an answer.
Nice. We need to change a verb out of the infinitive here. So we need to take a verb out of the infinitive.
I think it could be a good offer. Let me to think. Thinking. No?
We wouldn't say thinking. But that is what we need to change.
I need to change the verb think to think.
Yeah. So we need to change it from to think to
another.
So not a different verb. So the verb to think is fine, but we can't use the infinitive or the gerund. We can't use the gerund either.
Let me thinking?
Nope.
No? Let me thought?
Not quite. No. Present tense.
Let me think.
Yeah, let me think about it.
Okay.
And so that's what we'd always say. Let me think about it, and I'll give you an answer next week. Okay, good. And all right, I think we're solid. Amp, do you have anything to finish up saying, or do you want to go on to something else?
Well, the garage sale is just today.
Nice. Oh, well, the garage sale is just today. Okay, so you're not going to sell it next week. Andre, how would you respond to that?
Think now. I can give you all the stuff left after the sale. If you
You're
buy
the buyer.
Buyer. Okay.
Yeah. So the owner just said, well, the garage sale is just today, because the buyer was like, well, I'll give you an answer next week. You're like, garage sales
Okay,
just today.
I will buy the car if you give your garage with it.
Give your garage. Oh man. And Heidi, maybe last answer?
No way.
No way. Good answer. Anything else? Okay. Yeah, well, we are just about out of time anyways. Does anybody have any last questions or comments here? Okay, and well, yeah, thanks for coming, and hopefully I'll see you guys soon.
And teacher, take care. See you.
Bye.
Thank you very much.
Bye. Bye,
Bye.
guys.